All right, welcome back. It's my favorite time of the week. I'm off tomorrow, hanging out with the fam over the weekend. And so Jason McIntyre, who was the founder of thebiglead.com, moved off that. Now he's at Fox Sports Radio. He's at Fox Sports. He's at FS1. J-Mac is joining us. How are you?
I'm excellent. I wonder why you keep ducking me in tennis, Cowherd.
I'm very
when
busy.
Are we going to play?
I'm very busy. You're also 20 years younger than me.
I don't know if I'm that much younger, but I have a tennis tournament coming up. We must play next week when you're back from your gallivanting in, Park City or whatever.
Do you know I was so busy yesterday I had to cancel a lunch with LeBron's agent, Rich Paul? We talked on the phone for 15 minutes. He was not happy with me, but we talked about important inside information.
Oh, right. He's running that talent agency
He's
now,
not. He's running it, and then the UTA hired him.
Yeah.
He's
we're at their. I think we're both at their rival agency that go against them.
Yeah, but I still like Rich.
Yeah,
okay.
He seems like a nice guy.
He's ethical. He's bottom line.
What a word, Joy, to describe the guy. I like that.
He dumped a client who bailed on a team. He's got an ethical.
Was that one of the Morris twins?
You know
the opposite side of that story. People say that the Lakers wanted him out of the Western Conference.
No, a bunch of hooey. All right, the segment is called Tomorrow's Headlines Today. You predict what we see in the newspapers tomorrow. What will the big headline for the Cowboys season be?
Well, I mean, you've been bashing my guy Zeke Elliott all week. I believe the headline will be for the Cowboys: Zeke at running back, weak at quarterback. Colin, your take was so hot this week. I had to get a fire extinguisher in my house, hose down the TV. Colin, yeah, Ezekiel Elliott is the guy there, not Dak. You know the advanced stats. So I started to dive into Football Outsiders, have advanced metrics, help me with gambling and the podcast here at FS1. And they said that Dak is like a 24 to 26 best starting quarterback in the league. Don't go by this basic passing yards and quarterback rating and all this nonsense. Dak Prescott is average. He was not as good last year as Andy Dalton. And now Dak Prescott wants $31 million. If you got Stephen Jones's number, please text it to me so I can text him and say, the Cowboys are going downhill if they spend $30 to $31 million on Dak Prescott.
Yeah, I think he's worth 24, but I think he's going to get 33.
Well, Andy Dalton is a guy who's making $16, $17 million, and he had a better year than Dak Prescott. If I'm the Cowboys, I'll franchise tag Dak, and then I would look at a guy. Don't laugh. The beige water pistol that you named him, Andy Dalton, down the road for the Dallas Cowboys.
How will the Chargers handle Melvin Gordon if the running back holds out a new contract? Tomorrow's headlines today.
Yeah, well, the Chargers are very tough with the negotiations. Nick Bosa, of course, famously did not go well there. I believe the headline will be Melvin Gordon. It feels like for the Chargers, they're not going to give him what he wants. And I had a guy on my radio show this past weekend who's covered the Chargers closely and was saying, listen, he's probably not going to get the deal that he wants, and nobody's going to trade for Gordon because then you got to give up like a first or second round pick and then pay him. And that doesn't feel like that's going to happen. This is not a three-down back. He's not Todd Gurley. He's not Ezekiel Elliott. He's not Saquon Barkley. He's a smaller back. He's not a great blocking back, not great out of the backfield catching passes. And listen, I like Gordon. I still think this is a Super Bowl roster, even without him. But it doesn't look like he's going to get the money he wants.
Since Anthony Lynn arrived, all their running backs are averaging over 4 yards a carry. Anthony Lynn's blocking schemes have elevated all the running backs.
By the way, they were 4-0 last year without him and averaged 27 points per game. That was without Melvin Gordon, who wants top dollar.
What will be the big headline for the Browns this season? Tomorrow's headlines today.
Oh, boy. Well, your Cleveland Browns, when they have a mediocre season in Cleveland next year, the headline will be half-baked. By the way, did you see your guy Baker Mayfield took another shot at you in that story? He was on a cover story of some magazine and bringing up Colin Cowherd. People just... Colin, and you talk about this a lot. In life, you got to work your way up the ladder. The elevator to success is out of order, right? You got to take the stairs, take your time. They're trying to kind of microwave a Super Bowl here, right? Does it not feel like that?
A little bit. Their offensive line.
0-16 2 years ago. And now we're talking about a Super Bowl, and the odds have gone down from 40-1 to 14-1. The sheep out there, the bad gamblers, the guys who just don't know what they're talking about, they're all loading up on the Cleveland Browns. It doesn't work like that in life, and especially not in football.
By the way, they're adding to what they were already great at. They already had great targets. Yeah. They just added another one. Yeah. They didn't upgrade their offensive line, which is the weakness. They added a pass rusher. They already had a good one. Yeah. They added to their strengths. They didn't solve their weakness, and their division will be better next year.
Much better. The Bengals are going to be a live underdog, and as we've talked about, there's some value on the Pittsburgh Steelers, not only to win the division, but win the AFC.
Which NFL powerhouse is about to have a big drop-off? Ooh, tomorrow's headlines today.
Boy, oh, boy. Well, you've heard the phrase one-trick pony, right? Yeah, I think you've used that before. I believe the headline will be one-trick Mahomie. I probably should retire after that one because I know a lot of Kansas City Chief fans are screen-grabbing this.
Their offensive line is not great.
There is an avalanche of evidence that Pat Mahomes will have a massive regression. Like the history of all these quarterbacks who have, massive seasons really come back to the pack. And, I do like to talk about gambling a lot. Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs last year, last 11 games, 3-8 against the spread. They were destroying teams in the first half with Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt goes away. The offense regresses. They're going into this season, probably no Tyreek Hill for about 8 games. That's a guess on the suspension. Travis Kelce will be there, but, running back by committee. And look at that defense, which was ordinary to begin with. No Dee Ford, no Justin Houston.
And by the way, Justin Houston's a very good guy in the room.
Locker room.
Yeah, so it's very, it's a very interesting point. And also, the Chargers are so good, but the Chiefs have historically owned them in recent years.
They have. And final stat here, if you look at the Chiefs' schedule, you got to play that first-place schedule. They play 5 of the top 10 defenses in the NFL this year. And again, as I said earlier, Pat Mahomes' second half of the season, teams started to get up to speed on what he's doing. Great quarterback, no doubt. He's a top 5 quarterback in the league already. But there will be a massive regression for Kansas City and
Great
Mahomes.
stuff. Jason McIntyre, nice job this week. Nailed it. Few things in life change the outlook on an entire day negatively, like the check engine light comes on. It stinks. I'm driving to the airport now. If that happens, I could be in big trouble. The bottom line is carshield.com solves that. Check engine light comes on. You sign up at carshield.com, put in the code HERD. Or you call 800-CAR-6000, mention the code HERD. You get a car for free if you're signed up. If your car goes kaput, you get 24/7 roadside assistance for free if your car goes kaput. Basically, it's a warranty when your warranty runs out. Mine already has. That's why I signed up to carshield.com. A deductible may apply. Over $2 billion in claims have been paid out. carshield.com, 800-CAR-6000 code